Hello, everyone. I'm your Kennywood fanatic, and I hope you all are having a wonderful day and a wonderful week. If you know anything about me at all, you know that I love Phantom's Revenge at Kennywood. In fact, it's my second favorite ride, and favorite ride that is not getting altered in 2024. As stated earlier, Lightning Rod could not make my top 10 list because I will never experience it the same ever again. I'm willing to make a statement that if you're not from the Pittsburgh region or have not grown up at Kennywood, you do not know the storied past to one of the greatest roller coasters of all time. So, without further ado, let's get into the past of Phantom's Revenge. The history of Phantom begins long before Palace Entertainment owned the park, and long before there was even a single foot of aero track in the Phantom's Revenge plot of land. Kennywood Park had commissioned Schwarzkopf to give the park a kind of thrill that it had not seen yet, with the launch and the park's first inversion. This came in the form of Laser Loop. It closed in 1990 and was later moved to a park in Mexico. Now resides in New York State. You can still find remnants of the old Laser Loop today because the Phantom's Revenge station is the same one that was used for Laser Loop. And some footers that are currently used on the lift hill of Phantom's Revenge are also the footers that were used on Laser Loop. When the park sold Laser Loop, they wanted something to outdo Cedar Point's new edition and Magnum XL200, so they brought in the same company that made that roller coaster. Arrow came through, and Kennywood got to break multiple records, with the longest drop in the world with a drop of 225 feet, steepest roller coaster in the world, and fastest roller coaster of the world, hitting a top speed of 80 miles an hour. It was also the very first looping hypercoaster of its time, predating roller coasters like Steel Curtain. Guests raved about the first half, which was smooth and fast, but the second half, which included a four-inversion finale, which was deemed very rough as guests would hit their heads on the fast, snappy transitions. To combat the issue, Aero and the park installed a set of trim brakes right before the first loop. The coaster grew rougher and rougher each year with age, and in its final few years, guests were forced to take off all earrings and other accessories. The park had grown tired of all of the coaster's issues and opted to remove it completely at the end of the 2000 season. But Kennywood guests started to complain about this new acquisition, as they still loved this coaster, but they just deemed it a little bit too rough. So letters started pouring in complaining about the park removing it, and eventually the park saved the ride. Well, quote unquote, saved the ride, and let it be the ride that we know today in Phantom's Revenge. After guest pushback and feedback, Kennywood Park decided to opt for the best of both worlds and completely rehauled the coaster by Morgan. The layout in the first half was left almost unchanged, although the second drop was lengthened by 3 feet and now hits a top speed of 85 miles an hour. Although on a hot day, I have clocked it in at 90 miles per hour. The second half, however, was almost unrecognizable. The former rough inversions were replaced with some of the best airtime hills that I have ever been on. Now, instead of the black track dominating the park skyline, bright green coaster track had replaced it. Phantom's Revenge was a hit, and it's got its own custom trains, which were two-toned, green on top and purple on the bottom, but these were eventually replaced by one solid green train and one solid purple train. Then in 2021, for the coaster's 30th anniversary, the park held a Choose the Color contest, and it appeared to have originally wanted 3 colors for the coaster: a blue, a teal, and purple. But voting was revealed that the 2 colors that guests could choose between were terrifying teal and petrifying purple. I personally was a fan of the teal option, so voted for it, but it lost in a landslide to the purple. At first, I did not like it, but it has since grown on me. And in 2023, a Nano coaster was available for Phantom's Revenge, which I bought the second I got to the park. Well, what did you think of this video? Did I leave out some information that you would like to be known? If so, please let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. I really would appreciate it. Shout out to Canopy Coasters, Kennywood, Sean Flairhari, Sean Hosey for letting me use their footage for this video. Until next time, have a great day here at Kennywood Park.